Is that speaker? Oh, we don't have. Oh.
Too much work to connect it.
Oh. Hi. Hello, everybody. We're sitting here in silence today. We are here, guys. Seeing that you're just looking at a lonely tub. Oh. Must it be like this?
Yes.
I think we need to wipe our camera. We're looking kind of blurred. Hello, cuticles, Nail and Beauty, Get Elegant, V, hi. Hello, everyone. Oh, yes, our regular Casper. Greg is here. I was like looking at my screen now. It looked quite delayed. And then I thought, what is going on? Does our light look weird today?
I know it's because it's much brighter today, so I try to not make it too bright, or else it's gonna blow up.
Oh, okay.
This light is bright, I remember.
Oh, should we make that light darker? No. Okay, but anyway, it doesn't matter. As long as you guys can see us. Hi, everyone. Guess what? I'm going to do 2 nails today. Please don't fight with me about my nails, guys. We're going to play with some acrylic. Acrylic, because people have been asking us about acrylic. So, yeah. Greg is saying, okay, let me help. Greg's gonna turn our lights down for us. Oh, okay. That looks better. We're adjusting our lights, guys.
I kind of like them bright green.
Yes, guys. Okay, so we can begin. How's everybody doing? How was your weekend? I hope it was good. What am I talking about? Your weekend? Your week? We are now heading for the weekend. Yes, guys. So we're going to do some acrylic because people asked us last week, can you, Shams, please do your nails? But then I was like, I'm going to do my nails, guys. Don't like fight with me. And then I was like, you know, I'm going to do them, then I know I'm not going to be happy with them because I like need to find the set, man, and then I do it. But I am going to show you how how we can do acrylic today. So if you are interested in acrylic, if you are an acrylic tech, good for you. I love acrylic, guys. It's one of my favorite things to do. But I want to show you like how you can navigate your way with acrylic and how you can build beautiful nails with acrylic. Because acrylic gets a bad rap. Why does everybody tell me that the acrylic damages their nail? Guys, we need to break the stigma. Can we just break the stigma today of acrylic? Where do we come on this thing that acrylic damages your nails? And that gel is healthier for your nails. Where do we come on this? Come on now, guys. You know, these are all family acrylates. They all contain acrylates and they're all families. Gel is like pre-mixed acrylic in a jar, guys. That's literally what it is. So I'm just saying. But I completely understand that sometimes we have run-ins with acrylic because of bad applications. People do all sorts of weird things out there, guys. I see lots of videos that make the hair on the back of my neck stand up. Hi, Candy. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I guess everybody's going in for busy season now. But anyway, like I was saying, you know, people do bad applications. And then what happens is they get aggressive when they've got to remove things, and then once it's removed, all the damage is revealed, and then it's a whole sad situation. And the best thing that a nail tech can do is she then sits there and says, oh, it must be the product. Because nobody wants to take the blame for themselves. Where are you going to now take the blame for something that, you might have done? So then they blame the products. And that is how the poor acrylics ended up being as demonized as they are today. But we love all systems and we love acrylic. So we're going to show you how to do an acrylic nail. We're going to start off by prepping first, guys. So, I don't know. Should I prep with an e-file also? I can prep with an e-file. It's right here.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I can prep with an e-file.
But that little tool is so cool.
But I want to, maybe I should do the little tool.
Yeah, show people the tool.
Okay, so maybe, not everybody has a e-file. So let's start off like in the days of Noah. I'm only joking. We're going to start off by prepping with this little tool, which is actually really, really cool. You don't even have to be on Noah's Ark for this tool. Like, you need to have one. So this is the pusher tool. This you can use for cleaning up. I love using it if I'm painting gels and I want to clean up on the sides, then I'll use this. But yes, without the little sticky pad, it's a cool pushing tool. With the sticky pad, you can prep directly onto the nail. So then let us do that. Candice is all good. Looking at a Christmas miracle, please. Need a cherry red translucent hemo-free gel. Ooh, yes, guys. Okay, so we're going to start by gently pushing back the cuticles. Guys, I will not lie to you. There was a little bit of nail prep that took place in the week. So, it's not looking too bad. I wonder if I do this. I'm going to take a bottle of monomer. And I put you there. Am I too close? Look how ugly my finger looks, guys. Yeah. It's like a little sausage floating on top of the... It's too close.
Yeah, it feels like I can zoom you in.
Let us zoom in. So that my finger does not appear to be like a veneer. Okay, right. So we're pushing back our cuticle. And we're using our jaw as a little bit of leverage. Gently pushing around the cuticle area. Guys, if you have any questions, you are free to ask away. Okay? Don't be shy. You can ask. Okay, so we just gently push back. Now, this is also where things can go wrong. Sorry, guys. Let me just put my phone on silent here in the sidelines. Holly ha. I forgot to be silent. I'm back. Guys, let me just tell you, this is also where things can go horribly wrong, eh? We get violent with a nail prep. So we just want to be gentle. Okay. Evia has a question. You can go ahead and ask us.
Go ahead and ask us. Guys, don't update your phones.
Timmy says if you have an iPhone, don't update it. Guys, this is the little pads. These are like nail file grit pads. They come in, I think it's 180 grit and 100 grit if I'm not mistaken.
200.
No, 200. Okay, a little bit smoother. Then what you can do is you can then either, peel it off like this and put it on manually. Oops. But yes, I sometimes just peel it off with my finger, and you can put your little pusher tool right onto the sticky backing. Look at that. I'm just going to push down to make sure it's nice and secure. And now you've got a little like sanding pad on there. What is your feeling about these Russian manicures? Ooh, Greg and I had lots of talks about Russian manicures. Guys, this is how I feel about Russian manicures. I think you need to practice nail prep with caution. They look amazing. They look beautiful. I'm not going to deny that. I mean, there is something that is just so aesthetically pleasing about a Russian manicure. But the core of a Russian manicure is to remove all the live skin around the cuticle and then to apply the gel under the cuticle. So your gel is going to go right under, and then it's as close, it's close, it's touching the skin. Now, for me personally, I just feel that what's happening is when you're cutting away live skin will grow back. That live skin is going to start growing back thicker. And I know there's a lot of argument, there's a lot of debate about this. There's two sides to the fence. Some people will totally dispute what I'm saying now. But when you start doing Russian manicures, you're not going to be able to stop. You're going to have to keep going back to your manicurist so that you can keep up with the Russian manicures, because your cuticles will grow back a little bit thicker and a little bit harder all the time. Number two, if you look at a manufacturer's instruction, you are not supposed to be putting product up against the skin. So if I'm putting gel right up against the skin, I have a risk that I could overexpose my customer to gel being against the skin, literally. So I'm still going to say that I do trim cuticle. I do trim any little bits and pieces away. If there's a very large overgrowth of skin that you sometimes get with a nail biter, then you have to trim away skin, yes. But I don't think that it's something that I want to do necessarily at every appointment, like a full-on Russian manicure. So what I'm doing today is literally how I would train somebody else to do nail prep. So it would start by pushing back the cuticles. Now that I've got this little pad on my pusher, I can now start prepping around the back. Now you can use, it's also great to use, and I use this all the time, guys, is I use my e-file. And with my e-file, I love using the cuticle bits, the pointed bits. But I do feel that if you are a beginner or a home user, this is where we start, just like we're doing it now. You've got to crawl before you can walk, guys. So don't just buy an e-file as a beginner. Start slowly. Because sometimes you sit and you watch your nail tech and you think, oh, it looks amazing. She's making it look so easy. But that's like years of training under the belt. That's why it looks so easy. So rather start here, man. Start like baby steps. And then you work your way up in your confidence and your control. And then you can start using an e-file. And then the world will become a much better place for you. Any tips when you have a greenie? Take the nail off and buff the nail so that you can remove as much of the discoloration as you possibly can. You can put a tip over it and work again, but the stain is going to be there. Yeah, greenies, remove them immediately. And I normally would remove, if anybody came to me with a greenie, which is clearly the nail tech's fault, I would take the product off and send them away for about a week or two, and then when they come back, we can do a new set. I should just do that as a precaution.
Somebody asked, wait, what are you using now?
Okay, so this is my pushing tool with a little sanding grit on the... So they come on this little... What happened to it? Good heavens. So they come on this little sheet, and then you can actually stick them onto the pad, and then you've got a little buffer that you can control on your... This is such a cute tool. And then you can use that to buff around the cuticle. And it's such a light, I like to call it almost exfoliation. Because you're just literally taking away any dead skin cells that's sitting around that cuticle area. You see, I haven't even touched there yet.
And it's like nice and safe for home users.
Nice and safe. Because you know what happens, eh? Here comes the mascara file. And then they will go like this. Over the whole nail. Like... Ooh, man, my gums even itch. And then you get the whole nail thinning out, man. Don't be so rough, guys. If you've got a file, take the corner of your file. And you can also go up, and around. Take your time. And around the other side. And you go back around again. And then you've got that cuticle area prepped. Because that's the most important area. If it's going to lift, it's going to lift over there.
And somebody asked, is it available in store? Yeah.
Yes, they are. Yes. Now I need to prep the rest of this nail. So that means I'm going to buff the rest of this nail. Okay, so I can still use this tool, guys. And but what I mean is I can take this tool and I can just do this. Just lightly going over the surface of the nail. You see this very soft movements. And you can see on my finger or on my nail that I'm not using like I'm not using a lot of pressure. Like pressing onto the nail, just lightly on the surface, because you're really just removing surface oils and roughening up the surface a little bit so that you get good bonding taking place.
Somebody also asked a while back, what's a greenie?
Oh, a greenie is a bacteria. I think the proper term is a pseudomonas bacteria, but it's literally moisture that gets trapped between the artificial nail and the natural nail. So like this is my natural nail, and let's say I had a full cover tip on. Moisture gets between those two layers, becomes a little breeding ground, and it's like a mold grows there, but it's actually a bacteria called pseudomonas, and this forms like green moss on your nails. Literally, like, looks like green moss. Forms a little spot, and then you have to take that nail off so that you can get that greenie gone. If you see a greenie, take it off, start from over. Don't cover it up, because that greenie is it's like a little, I forget the word, it just went out of my head. But it's like a little parasite, man. It feeds on your natural nail. So it just grows and grows and grows and grows. So you want to remove it, take it away. But sometimes the greeniness, which is the waste product of that bacteria, leaves a stain on your nail. So don't be worried about the stain. Stain will grow out. But yeah, that's kind of what it is. And here's the thing, guys. If you get a greenie, I'm sorry to say this, but a greenie is because your nail tech did a poor application. Or you as the customer had lifting and you didn't go back to your nail tech to fix it, and then moisture got in. But it's normally linked to poor bonding between the layers, and that can cause these moistures to get trapped there. Right, so now we've come to this point, guys. So now we're going to give it a bit of a dust. I'm just scared to use this dusting brush, because you know what I did the other day, Timmy? I used green pigment powder. If I get green on here, it's not a greenie, guys. It's green from the pigment. Okay, so we're going to give it a good dust. And this is what a filed nail should look like. I don't know if anybody can see. Slightly rough, nicely, kind of droog. No? That little dry, crusty look is actually what you're looking for. Okay. Now, guys, we're moving on to exciting things. We're going to build a nail today. Do you notice I didn't cut my free edge down or anything, because I'm not using a tip. We're going to use the form. Now, let me just share a disclaimer. I don't know when last I worked with forms, guys. Just bear with me. Because remember, you've seen me for weeks without nails. Months, actually, without nails. So we're going to do this together, like slowly. And I've been so lazy, guys. I've just been using soft cover tips.
Soft gel.
Yeah, it's just been, so easy, man. Then I lost my touch with the acrylics. Okay. So now, I must get my gloves stuck to it. I forgot about that. So now what I want to do is I want to take the inner that popped out of my form, and I'm going to stick it down onto my form on the inside here. This is just going to give me more support, like just in that area. And then we are going to tear open the back of the form, and I'm trying not to get stuck to my form as well. And I'm going to wiggle my form to give me a little bit of shape, man. Otherwise my nail's going to look like a toenail, and we don't want a toenail. That's what happened to me in the week, guys. I pulled a toenail on my finger, and I was like, what the heck is happening? Okay, then we're going to slide our form onto the finger. Now, guys, I'm doing this on myself, so bear with me. Do you see my lines? You want to center your lines so that you've got it nice. So I've got my line running down the center. So these are my guidelines. And you want to have a nice fit of your form. That's why I like these forms. They just help. Timmy is holding her head because she can't do this, guys. Timmy's got exaggeratedly overgrown hypernychiums, the skin that's under your nails. That is what bothers Timmy, so she can't do this. Shame she can't do forms, guys.
Forms.
So we're gonna, now that I've got my form in place, nice and snug, I'm gonna now close my form by the little ears, the little butterfly wings at the bottom. Nice and tight. Try not to bend it too much because you don't want to bend it. And just make sure it's nice and secure so that it doesn't fall off your finger. You can build a whole long stiletto now.
Somebody asked, would you suggest cutting the forms to make it fit better?
You can cut your forms to make it fit better, yes. If you feel that's a little bit uncomfortable, absolutely you can cut them. I tend to get a form to fit just so on my finger. I'm lucky that way. Timmy, not. And I don't have a week to cut Timmy's forms. Because no, her nails are weird, guys. She got long hypernicum at the bottom. I said it's because she's from the dinosaur era.
What so?
So that is why. Still got that claw.
Wow.
Okay. Right. And you know what? If your nails are really, really short, don't even worry. Just get tips. Stick it on. Off you go. I'm going to show you how to do a tip as well today, guys, in this live. So don't worry. So this is a form. Okay. Now, I did not put primer on and I did not put dehydrate on because I was busy putting my form on. And sometimes in the battle of putting on a form, you touch the nail and you can transfer oils onto this nails. Now, if I had to put on primer and dehydrate and I touched it, then I kind of like defeated the whole purpose of prepping my nail. But now that I'm happy where my form is, I'm going to put on my dehydrate with the form on. Okay, so you can put your customer's forms on and then you can apply the dehydrator onto the nails. Like that. Look how that just dried my nail out. Okay, and for today's demo, we will be using our protein bond. Guys, there's a lot of moving around today. Trying to be as still as possible. I just realized now that even though I am left-handed, I'm going to try to build like this so everybody can see.
Oh, shame, yeah.
I'm upside down actually. No, I can't build. That is not going to work. Okay, so we're going to put on our protein bond. And this is how I put on protein bond, guys. Let me just come here because Timmy's directing me. We're going to go down and around the sides. And yeah, that's it for my protein bond. Very little. There's very little on my brush. And protein bond should never be a blob that runs all over the show.
Somebody asked, can you please show the side angles? She wants to see how the form sits.
Okay. So here is my side angle. It's running straight with me nail. Am I showing it right? There we go. Okay, so I've got it straight. So your form, you don't want your form to be pointing like down. Okay. So you don't want your form to be like this. Otherwise your nail's going to hook. And if your form's going up, then we get that nails that's going up to the high heavens where the nail gods live. Then they will be like little ski jumps. So you want to try and keep your form straight. So that's kind of where you want it to be. Okay, guys. I'm going to be building with my mascara brush. Okay. Now that also, this is a new brush, guys. I haven't even used it yet. So I don't know how it's going to go. Because, normally you play with your new brush before you start working with it. But okay, we're going to wing it today because I have everybody with me. Please say a prayer as we begin. Okay, so I'm going to take you through literally, but I want you guys to remember, this is not going to be any fancy situation of building with one big bead and voila, an amazing nail. I'm trying to show you or give you a demo that I know will help you guys work with it.
Somebody asked if the design of the form is a Spider-Man design.
Who asked the Spider-Man question?
It was like a Spider-Man design, man. No, it's not. It looks like it, but it's not.
It does actually, nogal. Now that you say that, it looks... They don't like us, guys. They don't like us. So then they block us. They block us like this. So here we are. Here we are on Instagram. And we are still waiting to do this nail.
We can start off where we left, like we can.
Guys,
explain to all the new
so
people.
if you are new on Instagram, we normally do our TikToks, our lives on TikToks at 12. But for some or other reason, there's a massive gremlin in that TikTok works. So we couldn't be there and we had to shift it here now because we're in the process of our live. So we started off by doing acrylic today. Yes, guys. Yes, Evia, they report our lives. Why? Because we're building nails. I don't know why they're so funny with us. It's a problem, man. Yet, no, guys, I didn't block you and you didn't block us.
No, guys, we didn't block you.
We blocked nobody. We were blocked. Yeah, so we're on Instagram now, guys. Sorry. What a pity. And we were having so much fun there in TikTok land until some nasty person decided I'm going to report the lives. But yes, this
now
is...
we have to come to the serious land.
Now we're in serious land. The serious land of Instagram.
Now we have to be posh. Because we have new people now.
We
And we don't want to scare them away.
Evia says she also gets reported at least once a week. It makes no sense. Why? Why do they do this to us? Like, yes, can't we all play fairly and nicely together? It's such a nasty industry sometimes. But yeah, we were here by the nail. Guys, if you weren't here, we prepped this nail so nicely all on TikTok, and we put our dehydrate and our primer on, and then we put a form on, and then we were going to build the nail. Yes, guys. So we're gonna probably get a lot of new. Shams was saying it looks like Spider-Man. It does look like a little bit of Spider-Man. Yes. So guys, I don't know. Yeah. If I find the person that blocked the live, I'm going to build acrylic on your mouth.
Gregor, if he's on the live, can you come here quickly?
Is Gregor on the live?
If you're on the live, please come here, Gregor.
Jimmy needs help.
It's you, it's falling apart.
Today was a day of craziness, guys. So we're going to start building this nail with acrylic. So I don't know if we lost a lot of people now. All the fun people. Where are you? Come here to Instagram. So yeah. Okay, guys. We got some viewership up here. Then we can go. Okay. Thanks, guys. Oh, there, Gregor. Gregor, we need you.
Gregor, we need your help.
Okay, guys, let us go. Let us not be sad about the ugly people. Let's be motivated. Because if we're getting reported, guys, then that means we're doing something right. So, yeah, I wonder who reported us anyway. Last time I thought we were getting reported for saying the word Vienna. So here we've got our acrylic powders, guys. So remember, this was prepped. And then we pushed back cuticles. This was prepped. And now we've got our acrylic powders. I personally love Cover Nude and Cover Pink. These are my favorites. I just want to tell you about Cover Pink, guys. If you were using mascara acrylics before and you used Cover Pink, you would have noticed that it was popular, but people requested for us to do some changes to it. So they wanted it to be a little bit warmer in tone, and they wanted it to be more coverage. Am I finding the right words? Yes. So a little bit more coverage, because the last one was a little bit more translucent and a little bit warmer. So if you've got the old Cover Pink, it might look slightly different. So it's the one that we have improved now in terms of color tone is that it does have a lot more warmth to its color. Okay, yeah. So yes, guys, thanks for joining us on Instagram. And sorry that ugly people have decided they need to report us on TikTok. I wonder what they said when they reported us. They probably said we don't like mascara.
These people are too cool.
These people are too cool. Let's report them. Okay. So this is kind of like, if I lift up this just to show you, this is the tone of the new cover pink. Lot warmer, lot more coverage. It's really pretty. So yeah. No, Avius, man, I am cross. I don't know why the people is so ugly, man. You know, we must play. Yes, I am sad, Serenity. Like we were having so much fun there in Instagram world, in TikTok world. But no, we're not going to let them get to us. Let us go. I'm going to work with my favorite color, guys. Cover nude. Okay, so this one's a bit like deeper. Would you say it's like a browner color? To me, it is more brown, eh? Like nudie brown, but it's nice. So I like it. It's like, I don't know. When I wear it, then I don't want to put anything over my nails because it just works. So I'm going to, in your monomer, you're going to like put your brush in and you're going to drag, and then pick up your powder. Okay. I can do a live one day where we can take you through the practice board. We'll call it a beginner live. Then I'll take you through the practice board and picking up beads. So if you are a beginner, then you can join me for that one. Yeah, let's set up. We must do one like that, Timmy, where we can do like a beginner for people, Okay. So this is my powder. This is my liquid. It starts by me putting my brush in. It's going to be dragged on the side of the dapping dish, and then I'll pick up my little bead of powder, and we're going to build our nail. So this poor nail's now been hanging on since TikTok kicked us out. So we are going to, Timmy's telling me to move. Can I move this way?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to move this way.
Guys, the lighting on Instagram is not it, eh?
Oh, you see Timmy's upset now. Timmy's angry here in the back, guys. Yes, I will do that live. If you want to, just comment and tell me, yes, you want that live. And I'll show you how to do it. So I'm going to start off by picking up my little bead. That's quite a big bead that I've picked up there. Let me just put that one down. I feel it's a bit too big. I think I've been tapping my brush in my liquid since TikTok till now. It's just going to pick up big beads. Okay. Let's pick up smaller bead. Really, this is where I'm going to start. Do you see how small this is? You're going to probably think, Shams, what are you doing? But I want to show you how I build on myself on a form. I'm going to place this there. Okay, wipe off my excess. And I'm going to move my acrylic up against my nail. Now remember, my form is sitting nicely on right up against my nail, so there's nothing that's going to like run into the base. I'm forming a very thin base for, let's call it like a free edge. This is how I've always done my own forms, guys. I play around with this thin little bead. I must tell you guys, to be honest with you, I'm sitting here and I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable. Like when you do your own nails, then your hand is right up.
Someone named Ryan Washka is asking, are we building nails?
Yes, we are building nails. Okay, so now, can you see what I've done, guys? I've now laid almost like the foundation work of how I want my free edge to look. So, nice and thin. All along that edge. And I'm like, it's going to almost form like a guideline. Or I do this because this is my methodology behind it. For me, it's like it's now formed a foundation for me to work over. Or like visually, I work better like this because I have more perspective of what I'm doing. So that's why I do this thin build out on the end whenever I do a form. If you've got a tip, you don't need to do this because you obviously have the tip there and you're just going to build over it. So this is kind of like a very old lecturer of mine taught me that this is one way to help you master forms. And I still use this method today, guys. And that's why I thought, let me just share it with you because people struggle with forms because we all see the videos of people doing one bead application and we're not all there. So we will get there. but sometimes we're not all there. So now we're going to build the rest of our nail. Right. So let me just pick up our next bead. Wow, I've never worked so upside down in my life before. I'm knocking everything as we're busy building. Guys.
What is going on today?
I'm going to have to turn my hand around, guys. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm working upside down. Oh, hold on. Let me just move my things out of the way because we're working a little bit crazy here. Ooh, let me not let my product run, guys, because I'm working upside down now. I'm going to show you when I'm looking up at the camera so that you can see when I work on my own nails how I hold my hand. I've never held my hand like this before. How do you guys build your own nails? When you build, do you hold your hand like this? Or do you hold it differently? Because I most definitely don't hold my hand like this.
Carl is asking if the gloves are acetone resistant.
To a certain degree, they are acetone resistant, but not for long. Eventually, give it like 1 or 2 swipes with acetone and you will need to replace your glove. Okay, guys, I'm going to lift my hand like this, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see what I'm doing here. It's going to be very uncomfortable now to get in here. This has been a day marred with difficulties. Okay, and I'm just smoothing down my product. I think I've got it. Knowing that we've built very crazy. So, ooh, and I'm knocking the monomer. I'm like all left. Oh, I'm like, yes, you work with your hand facing you. I work with my hand facing me. It's right around. I'll show you guys when we're out of this position of filming, I'll show you guys what I mean by how I hold my hand when I build. Yeah. Okay, so this is my acrylic nail. It's obviously going to start polymerizing now. And that's if you build over a form. And then we're going to file it and shape it. But I wanted to also show you how we do a tip application. So, yes, guys. If there is anything else, any questions, please let us know. Don't be shy, guys. We have a very lively audience there by TikTok. Let's bring that liveliness here. Okay. I'm just cleaning my nail off with some acetone, guys. And I'm just grabbing a lint-free wipe, guys. So you see I'm gone. I'm not gone forever. I'm just here in the background finding a lint-free wipe. Because we're going to do a little tip application. And you know what, guys, what I'm going to do with this tip application is I'm going to try and stick it on, because I get a lot of questions about this. People ask me if they can stick on the tip with the Supreme gel. So I'm going to show you how you can stick on the question. Somebody says, please answer my question a few chats up. Let's see. What did you ask us? Let us know.
I heard on TikTok that there's a higher risk of contact dermatitis from acrylic than gel. Is that actually true?
Absolutely false. Both products will give you any risk of contact dermatitis if it touches the skin. So the risks is equal for all nail products. Yeah, that's the thing. One of the big things that you should do if you're working with anything gels and acrylics is always make sure that you wash your hands after your sets is applied. I think that's one crucial thing we don't do in a lot of salon settings. We don't send customers to wash hands anymore. I don't know, you know, it's like they don't, I see a lot of not washing hands before you start and not washing hands after the set is done. So it's important because residue can get anywhere. I mean, I got monomer residue on my skin here. So that means I'm going to have to go and wash my hands to make sure that I get rid of all the residues as well. Yeah. Yeah, she says she's been avoiding acrylic for nothing. Oh, there's no reason to avoid acrylic, I promise you. It's very safe. If you've got a good nail tech that knows how to apply it, you'll be just as fine. In actual fact, dare I say this, you have more risk if you have gels that are uncured on the nails. So there's higher factors at play with gels if it's not applied correctly. But I guess the same with acrylic as well. So this is the thumbnail, guys, and you wanted to see, like, just like we did this nail when we started on TikTok, we're going to do this one now. We are going to push back our cuticles. And I'm going to use I have at the moment a peel of base that I'm testing that is on this nail. But so you might see some of the peel off base like over here coming away. But yeah, we're just going to prep with our pushing tool. And this is a little pushing tool that's got the grit pad on the end. And it makes it so nice for you to prep your nails, especially if you are a beginner nail tech. And especially if you don't like using nail e-files, the drills. If you don't like using nail drills, you can use these. They are just so safe to use. So this is a lot of the peel off base. Can you see this peel off base coming off here? It's amazing, guys. I love it. I can't wait to share that with you as well. Okay, so we're going to buff around the cuticles to get some of that residue away. So lightly buffing. And remember, you can now use your nail file, or you can use this little grit pad, and you can lightly buff over the whole nail.
Has something really happened to our TikTok?
Yeah, sorry guys, somebody...
I tried again now and...
Yeah. A question from with airbrush. My ink keeps grouping together, making it look more like silver. You might be holding the airbrush. You might be spraying too close to the nail. Also turn on your nozzle in the front to check how your spray is flowing. You know, you can adjust your flow of spray. But when you spray too close to the nail, it makes like this, this like bump. I won't say bump, it makes like this, very dark spray in the center of the nail. Yeah, so now I've removed the shine. This is what you want your prep nail to look like. Very light buffing. There was no pressure involved there at all. Okay, so while this one's I'm prepping, I'm also going to remove my foam from this nail. Okay, so now I can remove my foam. And something that I like to do is I do like to pinch my nail just a little bit, because it helps give me just a little bit more shape in my nail. So I use my fingers. You can also use a pinching tool, and you can just hold it here for a few seconds to give it a little bit more shape. You need your polymerization to be almost like like halfway there. Not too soft, but halfway there, hard enough. Like if I tap on it, you can hear that tapping sound. It's quite hard, but hard enough, but still has some bend in it so that I can give it a C-curve. And that's my nail without my form. I don't know if you can see that nice shape that I've got there. So we're going to file this one as well, and then you're going to see the finish result. We'll file them both together when they're done. Okay, so now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the dehydrate onto the nail. This is just going to take away all the little oils that's sitting on the surface of the nail. Okay, so now I've got a nice dry surface. Let's close that bottle because I'll probably knock it over. And then we've got our nail tips. Okay, so I've got a cut out nail tip that's ready here for me to use. And normally you're going to apply this nail onto the free edge. Okay, so you don't want to have your tip running over the sides too much. So you don't want to tip. So if I take like a bigger tip, I just want to show you. This is a 0. This is a bit big. You don't want the tip. Can you see how big this tip is fitting? Can you see this side wall there, that corner there? You don't want a tip that's hanging right over the side like that or too big on the sides. You want to have your tip fit snugly from side wall to side wall. So just a nice, comfortable fit. So I'm not pressing this tip down with a lot of pressure, just laying it on and it's in place. Now, this tip here is one size smaller, it's a size 2. If I put this on my thumb, you will think that that is actually the best fit. But I have to use a lot of pressure to squash it down to get it to fit. And if I move my skin away on the sides and I hold it down, I still have space there. In that very corner, there's still a gap. The problem is when this nail grows out, that gap's going to grow out as well. And then that's what it hooks in. It hooks in your hair. And it hooks everywhere and it gets all funny. So, yeah. You want to have this just fitting comfortably on the nail. So, I'm not going to go for the number 2. It's a bit too tight. It requires a bit too much pressure. And the number 1, or I should say 0, is a little bit too big. So, number 1 is my size because it gives me the most comfortable fit. And I can still file it in just to make it fit nicely. So the big question was, somebody asked me, besides nail glue, can they use Supreme to stick on a nail tip? And you actually can. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick this on with Supreme.
And somebody also asked, will acrylic help with ski slope nails?
Yes. Yes, no. Acrylic will. Absolutely. Acrylic is so good for that because you can build so much shape into acrylic. So you can definitely correct the shape with your acrylic. And a builder gel, of course. Do we have our flash cure lamp close by? I wonder what I did with it. I don't know. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use some... Timmy's going to fetch our flash cure lamp, guys. So we're going to apply this with a flash cure. Well, obviously the flash cure lamp is just going to give us more sort of freedom to work and move. Okay, so this is my Supreme base. So this is a UV curing gel. And if you look into the inside of this, I don't know if you can see it so well on camera, but here is a little section on the tip here, which is kind of like the well of your... Thank you. And you know what's also sad, guys? Here on Instagram, nobody knows what to me is.
Will Supreme help or is that too soft?
With? Will Supreme help with?
I'm not actually sure to what they replying to what they asking the question to.
So we are literally using Supreme as our nail glue. Okay, so I've got my flash.
Oh, she's asking if Supreme will help with the slip nails.
You might. I think more builder gel. You need more like, sort of robust. Yeah, you need some. I just want to check that my light's working perfect. You want to have more sort of a robust application, or gel, like a thicker gel to hold. So then rather go for a builder gel. Okay, so this is my Supreme base and I'm applying it onto the nail. Now with nail glue, you can kind of feel it like sticking, you know what I mean? Like, because it has a stickiness. So you just have to make sure that your tip doesn't slide. So I've got my tip in place and I'm just holding it down.
Both Instagram and TikTok now.
Are we?
Yeah. So here's the TikTok camera in front of you.
Oh, hello TikTok. Guys, I don't know what happened there. They reported us. Yo, does anybody know who reported us? Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Our tip is on. And we're going to cut our tip, guys. And you can use a tip cutter or you can use a nail clipper if you need to. So I'm just going to go shorter with a nail clipper because I want to show you, because I'm talking from the perspective of like a home user now. So we're just going to go from one side to the other side to cut our tip loose. And then once we've got through our tip, then you can actually, here we go, guys. I just want to show you what I'm doing. There we go. In the bin. You've got my tip nice and short. We can blend our tip in. You can also use a tip cutter. Okay, so let me show you. Where's our tip cutter? Here we go. So you saw me cut with a nail clipper now. So with a tip cutter, let me show you why you need one. You go in, tip in, one straight cut. So a tip cutter is way better for the girlies who use nail clippers. Because somebody also asked me, can we cut our tips with a nail clipper? You can, but you get a much better cut with a tip cutter. And we're going to blend. So I guess this is the part that everybody's waiting for. So we're going to start with the side walls. I feel like I'm back teaching in nail school, guys. So we're going to go with our side walls because I like my side walls to be straight. Okay. And we're going to go with this side wall as well. And I guess this is the part that people panic with the most when it comes to like doing tip application. They're not quite sure what to do with the blending. And sometimes we overblend. But you don't have to overblend. You can just blend it in so that it's nice and, you know, like it's flush and smooth with the nail. It doesn't have to be. When you're working with these cover powders, this does not have to be blended in all the way. You know, sometimes when you are at nail school, then they teach you that you have to blend this in so that you don't see the seam line anymore. My question is if you don't see the seam line anymore, yes, it's very aesthetically pleasing if you're using clear acrylic powder or maybe like a translucent French pink. But if you're working with a cover, you don't need to go that far with your blending. So what we're going to do is we're going to start blending just to get a little bit of that join down. So I'm going to go onto the surface just where the tip was applied. Very, very gently. Okay, and I'm using hand filing here, guys. I know there's a lot of you that want to know about the electric files, but I'm really taking it sort of like, let's call this acrylic 101, so that it's kind of for everybody who's wanting to do it.
Can you ask the question about the acrylic on the toes again? No,
What?
someone's just asking you. Can you ask Shams about applying acrylic on toes?
Oh, these people who do acrylic on toes. I've seen some beautiful toe sets out there. I'm not a fan of a nail that's too long though. I feel like turning my hair. You know what I feel like doing, guys? I feel like taking my hand away and just like filing it. But I have to be fair here and file so that everyone can see.
Can you soak off boulder gel or only file it off?
You can only file off boulder gel, and I'll tell you why. Because it's got such a tight network of, once it's cured on the nail, it forms such a tight network of molecules. It's very difficult for the acetone to penetrate. So it's not that it can't soak off with acetone. It takes very, very long to soak off. It takes very long to break it down. So that's why we say with boulder gels, it's best to file them, because if you are going to soak them, you're going to be sitting there for a very, very long time to try and soak it off. Okay, so guys, I've now blended my tip in. I'm happy with the way that I've blended my tip in. You don't want to overblend because you can overfile the nail quite easily. Also, you're going to blend too much and then there's going to be nothing left of your tip. And that is how I blend the tip in. That is kind of like where I want it to be. Can you see that from the side? There we go. Nicely done. Okay.
Shall I keep that also?
Hi, shame. Where's TikTok? I don't even know what camera is here. No,
No, yeah.
I feel like a celebrity, guys. I'm on 2 cameras. Okay, can you see that little bit of shadow? Don't worry about it because you're not going to see it. Okay, right. Now, we're going to do our primer and our dehydrate. Okay, I'm dehydrating again, guys. Remember, if I put primer on this and I did all that filing, I would have now filed all the primer away. So we are going to go back to our dehydrator.
Somebody asked, can you use Boulder Gel as a glue for gel extensions?
I would rather use something like a rubber base or a Supreme because it's got way more adhesion. The adhesive property in it is way more conducive to work to hold the product or hold the tip on the nail. So I would say Boulder Gel, it would work, but it's not going to really hold it. I don't know how it's going to hold it in terms of its durability, like for how long. Okay, and now we're putting our primer on. Okay, so again, just a little bit of primer, only on the nail bed surface. We don't have to prime the whole tip because that's plastic anyway. Oh, and then this is also another question I want to speak about. A lot of people say that if the tips are too thin, if you buy the plastics too thin, the nails don't last. This tip serves absolutely, it's got nothing to do with strength. It's got no purpose in terms of adding strength to the application. It is literally a platform. If it was true that the tip has added strength, then why are we able to sculpt with absolutely no tip? So it just is if you don't want to sculpt on a form, you can use a tip as a base to work on. So a tip just forms a platform. It doesn't mean because the tip is thicker or thinner that the tip's going to be stronger. In actual fact, if you use a thicker plastic tip, it's kind of hard to work with because you've got way more to file down. And then I don't understand what the purpose of it is, if I can put it this way. You put on this thick plastic tip, you file it down to blend it, so you're thinning the tip down. Why didn't you just start with a thin tip to begin with? You saw how quick this went. It's fairly thin, flexible application. So yeah, the tip will last without primer because this is plastic. It's got no natural oils in it. There's no surface to prep. So the tip will last without primer on it.
Someone asked, could acetone work the same as dehydrator?
You can use acetone if you want to wipe to dehydrate, but remember acetone is a solvent that breaks down. So I don't like using acetone too much in between my when I'm doing my applications. Also, dehydrator gives you it kind of gives you a cleaner surface for longer. Acetone is kind of almost like a quick dehydrator because it's got a very high evaporation rate, if I can put it that way. Okay, so we're going to go back to bold this nail. Should we?
Yeah, says using Mascara nail armor while listening to you.
Oh, I love armor.
We love a nail armor.
Should we use? Okay, maybe we should use the cover pink.
Yeah.
Let's use the cover pink, guys, so you can see what it looks like. Now it's actually very different to building on a form, eh? In actual fact, for a beginner, working on a tip is way easier. I just want to clean my brush off on the side here, guys. I just want to check that I'm not losing a little bit of hairs here. My brush is going to be bald. Okay, so start off with small beads, guys. Don't try to be like the world's fastest nail tech. Start off with small beads like I'm doing now. Remember, this live was for all the beginners that contacted us and said, guys, show us more about acrylics. So this is why we're doing it in the style that we're doing it now. So that you can see that acrylic is not such a painfully hard thing to do. It just requires, acrylic requires a little bit of speed though. We are not going to lie about that, okay? So yeah, gonna have to be a little bit faster if you work with acrylics. And I love that this acrylic gives me such a nice buttery consistency. The only thing I'm moaning about today, guys, is that I have to work upside down. Okay, so I'm getting my brush almost behind that bead and just smoothing it down. So it's giving me a nice smooth application. Right. So now you get to see the cover pink also at the same time. Just going to make sure I'm cleaning up my sides. And then this one has to sit on the nail, and we're going to give it a file and a buff. And this is something that I do out of habit. Hey, everybody. I just take a ball of acrylic and I just go do like a once over my whole nail. I know I'm turning my finger, shame, poor TikTok.
It's okay, that should looks fine on TikTok. Amanda says I only use acrylic built-on forms on my nails. I'm not a fan of builder gel on my nails.
Oh, yeah. You know what the difficulty is if you are an acrylic tick, then it's hard to go back. And acrylic is hard, guys. It's hard, man. It still remains, in my opinion, acrylic still remains the hardest system. That, you know, durability wise, it still remains the OG. Okay, so we're going to give this one a chance to set. Now, guys, I don't know if you want me to, but with the filing purposes of it, maybe we should stick to hand filing, to me?
Yeah.
Because we're doing it for the user who may not have a drill. We're doing everything old school today, guys, like it's out of the book, out of the textbook. So we're going to start in the meantime with filing this. I'm just moving my bottles out of the way because, I'm so sorry, TikTok.
Wow.
I knocked the TikTok people. They went on a little bit of an earthquake at the moment. Sorry, guys.
Someone on TikTok asked, how do you do your left hand?
All with great difficulty. Yeah, same kind of. Guys, I work very much like, I don't know if you can see how my hand is now, but if I was working, I'd work like this. If I was doing this hand, I will show you guys when we flip the cameras. How are we going to flip both cameras?
We're going to say goodbye to Instagram.
Then you will see how I hold my hands when I actually do my nails. So I'm going again, guys. You want to start side walls first. Okay? We're going to do free edge. This is really taking me back. Guys, you're taking me back. You're making me reminisce about the old teaching days. So we're going side walls on this side. Before we file anything else, before we do the surface, anything else, you want to map out this your work. You want to have nice straight side walls and a nice straight free edge. And then we can start working on the edge of on the surface of our nail. So we're going to start from one side and work our way over to the other side. And I will admit to you that this is where my e-file is my best friend. So yeah, if I could give everybody some advice, is at some point, if you do acrylic, you're gonna have to have an e-file, guys. It's gonna save you a lot of filing. Okay, so we're gonna move with our file and do some nice long strokes with the file across the nail. And something that I like to do is I like to hold my finger, so I'm looking down the barrel of the nail, like I'm looking like down this way. And I love pulling my file to the front just to make sure I get a nice sort of almost like beveled free edge, so that you don't have like a very thick. One thing I don't like is like having a thick free edge. I feel almost like you must be able to scratch yourself and not have these thick like planks in the front of your nail. Although some people like having thick free edges. Personally, it's a no for me. I don't know how everybody else feels. Amanda developed carpal tunnel from hand filing. I'm so grateful for the e-file. Yeah, it's because you do this every day. Like if you go, it's a repetitive movement, and that's how carpal tunnel starts, guys. Repetitive movements. Oh, every time I want to take my hand away and just file it here on my desk. Like, I feel almost like Timmy must lift up the camera so I can just sit here and look at you while I'm filing my nails. Okay, so how do we file now? How do we file around the cuticle area if we have got a hand file? So you're going to take it very, very slow. So I'm going to show you what I do. You're going to take your file, and do you see what I'm doing now? You're going to work, just go with a slower pace and work gently around the cuticle area. Now, if you have built this nice and smooth, like in the beginning, I tried to build it as smooth and flush as possible, then you don't have to do much filing around the cuticle. You just have to take your file like I'm doing now, and you want to run it around that cuticle area just to smooth it down nicely. Don't over file it, guys, otherwise you're going to file all the acrylic away. I'm going to turn my board around now. I was working on the 100 grit side, which is the rough side. Now I'm going on to the smoother side, which is 180. And we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're just going to go over the surface of the nail. All that's happening now is that whatever scratches were created by the 100 grit, I'm now lifting it out with the 180 grit. So think of like sanding a table. You know, you start off with rough sandpaper and then you move to smoother sandpaper. Same thing here. So that this allows your work to look as like kind of smart and scratch resistant as possible. Okay, around that cuticle. I'm going to need to take panadas when I'm done here, guys. I'm going to have backache because I'm sitting like I look like a monkey behind the screen. Trying to hold my nail in the air and show you what I'm doing. But it's okay, I'll do it for you. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Let's give it a little bit of a dusty so you can see. Right. And then the next thing, now you can check your work. You can check it out and see, hey, is there a spot I want to file more? I'm a bit bothered by this corner here. So I'm just going to take my file into that corner.
We have a question that was like a while back from some strange person. But they said, is acrylic on toes a yay or nay? Worried about moisture?
It's if you're doing acrylic on toes, make sure you go to a nail tech who knows exactly what she's doing with the applications. So it's risky. If the person doesn't put them on properly, then yes, the chances that you're going to get moisture trapped underneath is quite significant. So rather go to somebody, if somebody who knows how to do acrylic on toes. I personally would say just do a gel overlay on your toenails. Yeah.
Someone said, can I do one coat of Supreme as a base and for adhesive properties in Boulder for strength?
Yes, you can. Yeah, absolutely. Guys, I'm just taking my buffer block. And again, this buffer block is now smoothing out the scratches from the 180 grit. So it's kind of like a whole process happening here.
Someone says Boulder gel works really well rubber base coat works really well under the Boulder gel system. Someone named Leah said that her nail tech doesn't want to do acrylic on her toes. Her nail tech doesn't want to do acrylic on her.
I wonder who Leah's nail tech is.
Yeah.
Who's your nail tech, Leah? Name and shame the nail tech on the live. Don't worry, guys. Guess who's Leah's nail tech? Me.
Pastor said report that nail. Report into the nail police.
Guys, I don't do acrylic on toes. I'm not going to be the one to say to everybody, do what I do. I say no. I'm just like, personally, I don't do acrylic on toes, guys. Because it's an effort to take it off, man. And you can file it down and then reapply. I'm all for putting gel on toes. So, but I know some people don't have liquor toenails.
Yeah.
So, the acrylic makes a nice build onto the toenail. We shouldn't be building onto the skin though. But, but anyway. Guys, now what I'm doing here is a little bit of a trade secret taking some acetone and wiping it over the acrylic. And that just seals and gives me a nice smooth,
Zalmer says she also doesn't do acrylic on toes.
gives me a nice smooth finish to my acrylic on the surface. And then we can paint this. Now I know this is a very brown color and not a lot of people go for it, but I love it. I'm so into the nude acrylic. And then we can put a top coat over it. Hold on, wait, let me just find my top coat, guys. It's behind me here. I wonder what top coat I should use today. Maybe I'm going to use a Hema-free. I've been liking the Hema-free top coat. So this is a non-wipe top coat. And we are going to, oh, maybe I should do that. No, never mind. My little blocky just now goes for a fly across the... Okay, so now I'm going to put my top coat over. I mean, if you wanted to, back in the day when we were students, we had to buff the nail to a real high shine. Then you can put, you know, your...
Sam says that she used infinity gel and nail forms on her toes, and she was blown away. Very pretty, it doesn't peep over the toes. Oh, she did it like a nice thin layer on the toes.
Okay, with the infinity gel. The one thing you just want to do is I'm just curing my nail, guys. You just want to make sure that you don't get any lifting when you do these boulder gel sets on your toes. Just be very cautious with that, guys. You don't want moisture everywhere underneath or getting trapped underneath anywhere. And sometimes when things are on your toes and there's color over it, it's very hard to know that it's lifting.
Yeah.
And this is why we say to people, come back regularly to your nail tech for an appointment. Because sometimes you wear sets for 4 weeks, but you don't know what's going on underneath that nail for the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Amber said when she did her course, that you completely buffed till it shined.
Girl, you see, we had to buff it till it shined.
I remember that
with the oil, with the magic buffers.
Yes. Zalmer said it was oil in the buffers. But yes, you
Oil
remember
and
the
a
magic
buffer.
buffer.
The green ones. Yeah. It's to go through that. And then you know what you could use it for? Firelighters. All the used ones were used as firelighters.
Let's get Shams to do a demo application on toes next. You can use Kyrgyz toes.
We'll do a nice long set. French manicure. Guys, and then take your little bit of oil. Look, you must wash your hands, eh? I'm just putting a little oil on here just
I
to...
feel toenails will crack easier because the toenails are a lot harder than a regular nail.
It depends, like, you know, it's one of those little things. Oh, guys, and here's another trade secret. If you want to take a nice picture of your customer's nails, take a dry, lint-free buffer and rub the nail immediately after you have put the oil on. And wait till you hear the squeak.
I'm blown away with
Can you hear?
Mascara products. I'm currently a student training and I'm enjoying every step and second.
Oh, wow. Thanks so much. Can you hear the squeak?
Lux nails, you missed a lot. We got reported.
We got reported, guys. And then you take a photo of your customer's nails. Look at shining now. So yes, guys, that's the one nude nail completed with acrylic sculpture. I like a sculpture. Eh?
I actually like the tip.
Okay, Timmy likes a tip. It must always be different. Okay, guys, so let us file our tip. Okay, so tip, same procedure. We should have filed both, eh? Why did we stop? So we're filing our side walls. And we're going into the other side as well. This is very uncomfortable, eh? And I'm working within the confines of the camera stand, guys. So I want to file like... Okay, so now we're going to start working from side wall to side wall. And now I have 2 nails. 2 nails, guys. I'm getting there to having a whole set. Okay, so again, I'm working with 100 grit, just taking it over. And going down the free edge just to get a nice smooth finish. You want to look at your nail from the side And remember, you want to look at your nails. I look at my nails from the front. I want to see. You also want to feel your nails to feel that there's no high spots and low spots.
Someone asked which top coat did you use?
I used the HEMA-free top coat. It's got a nice shine to
Yes,
it.
I almost broke all of our lighting equipment.
Guys, it was a crazy live
I called
today.
for help and Gregor didn't hear me.
It was crazy, guys. I don't know. I wonder who reported us. Who would report us? Why did they want to report us, guys? Like, what did we do wrong? I think they reported us simply because we exist.
Somebody asked, is the boulder in the bottle also HEMA-free?
The Supreme Gel
The
is
Supreme
HEMA-free.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys, and now I want to show you something else that I also do. I normally file like this on the surface of the whole nail. And then I do also take my e-file. Okay, this has just got the blue carbide bit. It's got the carbide safety bit in. And I like take it up to like 2000 RPM. So it's very, very low. And I also just go around the back as well. This is something that I do when I do my sets as well. If I'm like not going to hand file. Well, I don't hand file most of the time, guys. I do a lot of e-filing. You can just take it around the back just to smooth down your cuticle area. And it just gives you, on a very low speed, I'm not even going very high speed, just to get, and it's a nice round safety top, so you don't have to worry that it's going to hurt you. Gets nicely into the corners, and a nice gentle file over the surface. I'm looking at my nail from the side just to see if there's any little high spots that I need to file. You don't want to overfile it, so you want to be careful that you don't go too much, because the temptation is there to go too much. Okay, and that's it. That's kind of sometimes how you can also start to use your e-file to like gain confidence with it. So we're going to the 180 grit, which is the smooth side. I'm just giving everything like a once over to smooth it in. And
do you sell custom nail drill tips? I would like to see a green or pink.
Nail drill tips.
Like the you get the blue carbide and
The bands.
yes. Not the bands, like the actual color of the
Oh no, we only have blue carbides.
You get them in other colors.
You do get rainbow bits and all sorts of. I've never really seen the green bits or whatever.
Rainbow
Yeah, rainbow and carbide, blue carbide seems to be the most popular. You also get gold.
yes, yeah,
Yeah, and then obviously you get your normal like tungsten, which is like the silver color. But then you also get ceramic, which is white, like a white, almost hard plastic. Okay, sorry, white buffer. I hope that that's what they were referring to. But you also get the different grit bands, which is like red, blue, black, green. We mainly work with medium grits, so we have, and smooth grits. So a lot of red and a lot of blue. Well, that's mainly on the cuticle bits. So I'm just giving it a buff down to remove our scratches.
Will also be uploaded on YouTube.
Oh
my gosh.
I wonder how we're going to upload this live. Because you know what happened to this live, guys? It got reported.
Yes.
So we had to stop it and we had to start it, and they still wouldn't let us start. And then we had to shift it to Instagram. And now we're on Instagram and on TikTok.
So,
it was a bit of a crazy day today.
So, yeah.
And if anybody wants to send us an inbox on who they suspect has reported us, send it.
Gregor's gonna have to do some magic to get this live on YouTube.
Do we have, we don't have a cleanser spray, because what you can also do, guys, is if you don't want to wipe your nail with acetone, or let's say you have cleanser, you can give your hand a nice cleanse spray, like a little scrubby. So you have a little brush like this. This is just a little bit green, guys, because I was playing with color pigment. And then your cleanser, I'm just spraying it directly onto my brush. And then you just give it a little bit of a dust to make sure you've got all the dust particles removed.
Her nails are 6 out of 10 so far.
She's busy with the set. You got 6.
Guys, next week is going to be such a fun live. Oh my gosh.
May the nail gods be with us, guys. They mustn't block our next week live. That's the most exciting live coming up. Guys who are on Instagram, you better join us next week on TikTok. It's our nail art live. And our prize winner, guys, I'm going to put my top coat. And I'm dressing up, guys. I'm dressing up for this live.
Also, why is your brush green?
Oh, I had. You know what I was doing? I was busy with nail art pigments. And I was busy with a neon green pigment. And you know, me, I grabbed the closest thing next to me and I dusted. And then I dusted and yeah, that was it, guys. I dyed the tips of my brush green. Okay, we're going to cure this. Any other questions coming through? I feel so like disrupted today. My spirit is very upset. Yeah.
I said it was great though.
Yes. So guys, but anyway, this is what we do. We're gonna just what do they say? We must be motivational now. We're gonna move through the storm.
Yeah.
Okay? Something like that. We move through the storm. Yeah. Okay. So now that I've got my top coat on this finger, again, guys, a little bit of cuticle oil. Just a little drop. And we're going to rub that in. And put cuticle oil over the whole nail. And again, let me show you. Take a nice dry lint-free wipe. And here's that trick that I told you can do for pictures. Take it and rub it with that oil. This is after you. And when you hear that squeak, then you know.
Being flooded with people accusing him.
That squeak is the squeak, guys. Look at the shine.
Wow.
So when you want to take your pictures for your customers' nails, you do that. Oil onto your top coat, rub it in till you hear the squeak. And then that's it. And there's it. Thumbs up. Yay, like a gangster. Oh. And that's your two. This is cover pink.
Love the cover pink.
And nude. They're very different.
But someone actually mentioned that they like the new color of the cover pink.
Yeah, the cover pink, the new color. I love it. It's so nice. Nice and warm. Very pretty.
Oh, that is very nice actually.
Yeah. So these are the two colors and just the two ways that you as a beginner can start off with acrylic.
Someone said your voice is so soothing.
Thank you so much. Yo, that's such a compliment. Thank you, guys. So this is the two ways. You know, you say that, somebody said my voice is soothing. I know of somebody who says she watches my videos at night and it helps her sleep.
Yeah.
That was the sweetest thing that somebody has ever said to me. Sometimes she says, when you're making another video, because she uses it at night to help her sleep. Maybe she dreams of videos of mascara products. But here's our two nails, guys. Very pretty. Oh, man. Now I have to do the rest of them. Shame. They are these.
Oh, no, guys.
Very
now we're gonna
guys, there's not a lot going on here.
We're going to have to switch over now. So all the Instagram people.
So now we have to switch over, guys.
We're gonna have to say
So the
bye.
Instagram people, you have an option. You can hop over to TikTok and join us there because we do our giveaways on TikTok. So if you want to, we can't run it on both channels, guys. So if you are available,
I understand, but Gregor
swap us.
is selfish with his type.
So Gregor's selfish with it. And then, you know what? As you join us on TikTok, you're going to start knowing about who all these people are that we're speaking about and the craziness of these particular individuals. But join us on TikTok, Instagram, because we are going to go straight into doing a live giveaway. So if you want to win a voucher and you've never been on one of our lives on TikTok, now's the opportunity. But thank you, Instagram, for joining us. And TikTok, you've got to stay where you are.
Yes, it's TikTok don't leave.
Terry says this is the junk phone. What a crazy day it has been.
Yeah.
I didn't know who I was talking to. I felt very disconnected, guys. I must tell you, I felt disconnected from my people. Like I was, who are these new people? I don't know these people.
Yeah. It was just scary over there.
Wow, guys, welcome back. I don't know who reported us, guys.
Yeah, that was terrible.
But let me find you. I know why people are nasty with us. Guys, it's giveaway time.
Put the age restriction next time, it helps with reporting. Okay, maybe we should.
Oh, we should actually. Yeah, maybe we should do that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Evia gets reported as well.
Yes.
How do you get reported just for doing nails?
Oh, someone said they're late. What did we do?
You missed a lot, Alma.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were reported, and then we had to go to Instagram, and then we had to go back to TikTok, and then we were on TikTok and Instagram, and now we're back on Instagram, on TikTok. It's a busy day.
Happened.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go debrief after this. Okay, guys, so it's giveaway time for you. And next week is going to be exciting. So please, please, please join us next week. We really are dressing up, guys. And it's the giveaway of our competition.
She asked if we spoke Afrikaans. No, we didn't.
We didn't even speak Afrikaans this time.
Because we were so stressed.
We didn't even say Wene. We said nothing. We were just doing a nail.
Yes, I was almost crushed by a light also in the background.
And the light. Somebody really no, this gremlins. But anyway, when we're done here, we're gonna pray over the studio because we can't have this happen.
Do you know what it is? It's ever since we got that Halloween thingy.
Guys,
It's this thingy.
you're now saying something. We got a thing in the office, guys, and ever since we got this thing, it's been giving us frights, like serious frights, guys. Tippy went to go fetch it. So, I don't know. Maybe it is Timmy's very scared of it, guys. So maybe it is that thing. So we're gonna. No, we really. It's the.
This started all the nonsense.
This started the nonsense. No, we just not get reported again, guys.
It's that thing that started all of this, guys. Okay, take it off.
And it's got an on and off button.
Yeah. Let's just put it in the cupboard, actually.
So we're gonna put it in the cupboard now. Yes. So, anyway. So guys,
Someone said stop being so freaky.
guys, I promise you.
And like
we walk white birds around.
And when you walk around him, then he goes, bah! Let me out of my cage.
Wait, no, let me show you guys. It doesn't stop there. Or must we keep it for next week?
Guys, it's so
No, it
scary.
doesn't stop here.
He's not coming on the live next week.
He's not coming on the live, don't worry. We're gonna put him in a cupboard. He's sensor activated, guys. Let me show you.
Someone said, I think we cursed the phone because it keeps freezing. Get it out of here. Take it off.
The poor soul. Let me out of here.
No.
No. Get me out of here. Ah!
It's that wow.
It's that.
Yo.
Putting this in the cupboard, guys.
Putting in the cupboard, guys. And yeah. Let us give vouchers away. Oh hell no.
Yeah, we need to play some Hill songs
We're
music.
putting real songs on now.
Scary stuff.
On Eagle's Wings, please.
You have the questions?
Okay, so guys, our questions are. Oh, my questions are in the book, but don't worry, I have my questions here. I'm prepared this week, guys. Don't worry. The
Guys,
last
and that's
time-
not it. Gregor has left a lot of
And Greg has
bugs
left
everywhere.
bugs everywhere, guys.
yes.
Praying mantis, grasshoppers. I had to
Plastic.
glue the one grasshopper's leg back on because he broke it. And yeah, flies.
Yeah.
Big cockroach.
A spider.
Yes, a spider. Yeah. Anyway, so guys, we're going to ask 3 questions. Remember, it's first one through is the winner.
Some of the glue as in nail glue.
We actually use Supreme.
Yeah, we use
Yeah.
Supreme, yeah.
We Supremed his leg back on. He's okay now. Oh, so okay. We are going to ask 3 questions. There's 3. If you have won in the last 6 weeks, please remember that when the online team does the voucher issuing, they will be able to see if you've won within the 6-week period. If you have won within the 6-week period, then unfortunately the voucher goes back into the cycle. So you'll have to forfeit your voucher, guys, because we want to be fair to everybody. And it's first coming through on our side. So we'll show you what the first coming through is on our side. Okay, guys. So with vouchers, it's also if you are out of borders, then yes, you can win a voucher. But just remember, if you purchase anything with a voucher, whatever, the shipping is on you. Okay, so now, but I'm more excited for next week, guys. Next week's gonna be fun.
Next week's gonna be fun.
The nail art was really cool.
Oh my goodness, guys, and next month.
Next month.
Be prepared. That's all we
Be
say.
prepared. Yes, it's gonna be busy.
That's all
So
we
either
say.
you keep us going while your bookings are going in the salon. So we're not discouraging you from making bookings between 12 and 1. But you can keep us there going in the background. But you don't want to miss next month. Next month's gonna be, we have planned it, guys. It's going to be fun. Remember, it's November.
That's
all we're saying. It's November. Brace yourself. Okay, so first question, true or false?
Wait,
Do...
let's ask everyone if they're ready.
Oh, are you ready?
Yeah.
Is everybody ready? My phone is off. I can't see now. I'm like, I've got the questions here.
Is everyone ready? Yes, okay.
Okay, everybody's ready. Okay, guys, true or false? We have an acrylic color called Papa Don't Peach. Go.
Hold on, everybody. It's going crazy.
Has to be got a winner. And just remember, guys, again, I'm just going to repeat, if you have won a voucher in the last 6 weeks, then you cannot win again.
Okay.
The judges are deliberating.
Okay, everybody.
So if you have won
hold
and you win
on.
again,
We're just checking something. We do have a winner.
if you have won, guys, you need to be fair to everybody. Yes. So we're just checking to see. Our judge is checking to see if there was a winner. Was there a winner? Okay, we have a winner.
Yeah. Okay, let's just go back to our winner.
Our winner is a man's.
Yeah.
A man's. Congratulations.
Oh, let's just.
Okay, yay, you were the first one through. We do have a color called Papa Don't Peach. It's actually quite nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
but just
we do
remember,
actually.
guys, I just want to stress, okay, because we can't, like mentally keep track of everybody. So we're just letting you know, if you have one, please don't be disappointed if your voucher has to go into the rollover. Okay, don't fight with us over that, guys. We're just keeping it fair. Okay, next question.
Is everyone ready?
True or false? Do we... Oh, Timmy went into the colors this time. Do we have a sculpture gel, or we have a sculpture gel called chili pepper? This is a tricky one, actually, the sculpture gel. We have a sculpture gel called... Is true or false? We have a sculpture gel called chili pepper. Do we? Don't. Do we have a sculpture gel called chili pepper?
Okay, we have a winner.
You guys are smart. We do have a sculpture gel called chili pepper. And our winner is Chelsea. Chelsea, congratulations.
Woohoo!
Wow. We have a sculpture gel called chili pepper. We really do, guys.
Yeah, we
It's
really
actually
do.
such a stunning red. You must.
Yeah.
It's in the little pots, the sculpture gel.
It's in the
You
sculpture
must check
gel
out those
pots.
sculpture gels. All the gel ladies, you must check out the gels in the pots. They are
Especially like-
so
yeah,
nice.
Especially with nail art and things.
Oh
They're
yes,
so nice.
the pigment is so like. Oh, you must check out those gels. Then, guys, another true or false.
Oh, is
Do-
everyone ready?
Oh, is everyone ready? I'm so false today. Do we have a gel polish called Starlight? It's 2 questions, man. This is all 2 questions from Timmy. She's trying to catch you.
Okay, I have a winner. What is the answer again? Oh wait.
Timmy, the answer is
Okay.
false. We actually have one called Stardust. And the winner is Ingrid. Ingrid, you win a voucher.
Woohoo!
It was very easy today. You can see for everybody. I make it so difficult. Guys, winners, do us a favor because we need to inbox you to get your details for obviously issuing the voucher to you. Just make sure that you are on Instagram, on TikTok, that your account is not private. If it's private, we can't message you. So make sure your account's not private so that we can message you, so we can get your details, so we can allocate the voucher to you, and then you can shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget our sale is ending the 26th, I think. Our
Sunday.
Yes.
It's ending Sunday. The Halloween sale is ending on Sunday. Somebody, we might put the clown in your box.
Oh my goodness.
We'll post the clown to you as a free gift.
Who wants to win the clown?
Who wants a clown? Okay. Before we go, guys, is there anybody who has a last question that they want to ask before we sign off from today's craziness?
Someone said the mascara moolah is a game changer.
Yeah, if you save your moolah for the whole year, and then it comes to the end of the year.
Somebody asked if we open on Sundays.
Oh, we're not open on Sundays, guys. Our ladies need to sleep. They need rest.
Someone said suddenly everyone is quiet because they don't want the clown.
Did you notice nobody actually?
So you guys don't want the clown?
Nobody wants the clown.
Someone said they got over 20k moolah in their order.
What? Okay. Primer can I use to apply polygel? You can use any primer. You can use, but a suggestion would be Protein Bond to start off with. You can also use the 3XV primer, but you need to apply it really thin. But if you want one that's like user safe, I would say user safe but beginner friendly, if you're not a pro tech, then take the Protein Bond. Yeah, you can use that. Okay. Can the red marble ink be restocked before Black Friday? Ooh, we can try. Can't promise, we can try. Okay. You just have to review the products. Show us the colors in the. What colors are we talking
The
about?
colors that we... Guys, I actually don't think we have chili pepper here with us.
Oh, the colors from the sculpture. We don't. Oh, yeah.
Chili pepper we do. Actually,
Do we have chili pepper?
I don't think so, but we have to pop it and preach.
Oh, and then guys, I don't
Why
know
isn't
if you're
it
in the
that way?
Instagram channel, guys, please follow us on the Instagram channel because we're gonna also send something in the channel now.
I'll send a picture. Oh, yes.
Yes, we've got our guys in the lab that have produced they do things, and we're already busy with colors for next year. So we want to send 2 colors, and we just want your thoughts and your opinion on these 2 colors before we go full swing into it. So they've come up with 2 new shades, and we're going to share it in the channel for your vote. Tell us how you feel about it, because we like getting the feedback from you. If you like it, if you don't, but you need to think thoughts of autumn. I know we haven't even hit summer yet, but think thoughts of like autumn. Yeah, along that lines, when you look at these two colors, because, you know, just so you know, it's not like, yeah, so we're just saying. So we're going to share that with you. Okay, all right. But okay, guys, so remember that's the Instagram channel. So guys, thank you for joining us. I placed an order last night. I'm such a cute color. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for sticking out with us, guys. We're sorry that it was Demakar today. It really was Demakar today, because I don't know what gremlin reported us. But yeah, it's okay. We carry on. But next week, guys, please join us. We're going to have so much fun. It's the announcing of the nail art winners for the Halloween competition. And we're just going to have a lot of fun on that live. So yeah, see you next week.